morning. Good morning. Happy Fairy Friday. I love technology. It's so amazing. It just went from one shot of me to a completely more close up shot of me. So, good morning. Fingers crossed the fairies will work with us technologically speaking this morning. It's neither their nor my strong point, and we had some big challenges last week. So hopefully you are able to see me live and also on replay. Hopefully, Facebook will actually stop recording when I push stop recording, and then we'll post the whole thing, not just the first few minutes. So welcome. Hey, good morning, Brooklyn. Anyone who has ever seen these before knows that sometimes I see comments when they pop up, and sometimes I don't see them until after the live has ended, but I always do look for them. And I always love the little thumbs up or the little hearts. Um, Margaret Sample coming to you from Ontario, and it has just been such an interesting November here. I was talking with one of my sons about how the sunshine has been so important for us this November, and where I live anyway, there's been way more than normal. So we'll just take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. I am bringing you messages every Friday, most Fridays, using Brian Froud's beautiful Fairy Oracle deck. If you are watching this either live or on replay, the message that is coming through is meant for you. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and let us see who is going to come forward to play with us and work with us today. Whoa! Oh, who jumped? Okay, this is He of the Fiery Sword. Now, He of the Fiery Sword is one of the 13 Singers of the Realms. The Singers of the Realms are, if you want to think about angels, like archangels, gods, dakinis, they are the big, overreaching creatures, beings, I think is a better word, who oversee things for us, and they are the ones who want to help us. They show both us humans and the fairy folk the potential that we have, because sometimes we lose sight of our potential. They help us move in the directions that we need to go, and they want us to ask them for help. They want us to call on them. Okay, so any of us who work with angels specifically know that our angels want to help us, but we do need to ask because we have free will. And the other thing about Singers of the Realm and angels and fairies, for that matter, I'm just hearing in my ear. Yes, it is a beautiful card. I love this. I love him. Anyway, noting Brooklyn's comment, they are constantly with us, and their energy and their compassion are always available to us when we ask. As I was starting to say, we have free will, and so we don't always make the wisest choices for ourselves. We have that ability, we have that power. So when we ask for guidance, ask for help specifically, we tend to get it. And expressing gratitude is really, really important with all of them. Yeah, that's where I was. Expressing gratitude, because we need to say thank you. It's so simple. And in fact, I had a big aha moment a number of years ago now, where I would always ask my my fairies and angels and beings and guides to be with me. And then one day I went, thank you for being with me. And that is both um, a request and a thank you at the same time, but it's that knowledge that they are there. So, specifically, sometimes we need to ask, but always be thankful, right? Thanks, guys, for having me have an easy entry onto the highway today. I so appreciate that, right? Um, when to connect with the singers of the realms, of which this is one, prayer meditation. Go within, take some time, okay? And um, when one of the singers of the realm shows up, it generally shows that really powerful processes are going on all around us, and that we also have powerful assistance from them. Now, particularly when I'm doing these readings and I ask who is wanting to come forward to work with us, play with us, help us today, they are here. So he of the fiery sword is with us and is with you. The keywords would be spiritual will, justice, protection, and think of him as kind of the primary manifestation of the yang principle, right? There's yin and yang in the world. Sometimes we say female, male, but it's that yin yang. It's a less gender identified way of looking at things. The yang principle is all about action, will, movement, force, fire, boom, as opposed to the yin, which is more receptive, flowing, watery, emotional, all that. So this boom, this is so if you think of, he's kind of like every god, or in every tradition, every kind of male energy, protector energy. Um, so whether you're thinking about, Lord Shiva or Christ or Bear, all of these great protectors and male energy. Okay, um, and the whole thing about the sword, right? Which always makes me think of Archangel Michael too, with his sword, protector, here to help us, go forward. So this fiery sword, if you think about the archetypal swords in so many traditions and stories from forever, right? The archetypal sword, this is that he has this fiery sword, and on it is written, "Draw me not without cause, nor return me without honor." Okay, so it's when you're drawing your sword, you're going to use it, well and for good. Okay, I always say about my chariot woman in my mother piece deck, when she shows up, she has her sword, but or her battle axe. Really, she can use it to lop off heads to protect, or to slice the pomegranate to nurture. So he of the fiery sword wants us to call upon him when we have difficult things to do, when we need to take action that's going to require a lot from us, both in will and in compassion, right? So he will help us do what needs to be done with love. I also think this card looks a lot like a feather of light. And can you see him in the background, actually, with the arms upstretched? Anyway, uh, it looks a lot like a feather. And to me, that is reminding us that we can fly and rise above. We can rise above situations. So sometimes we are called upon to do that. Mm-hmm. Now, when he of the fiery sword shows up, there either is or there is a need for clear and focused will and determination to carry through on decisions, even if a lot of effort is required. So last week, Luathus came through, right? And he was all about, new ideas, go, 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 and sometimes burning out. So if you're taking on projects, or you are moving forward in a new direction, which is what he was pushing us to do, He, the fiery sword, is sort of showing up to say, I've got you. You've got this. It is here for you. The energy you need, the determination, the willpower you need is here. I've got your back. This is really quite wonderful. Okay? Really quite wonderful. Because he's supporting you. He is supporting us with his will and his strength. So sometimes when it's a bit much for us, right, we hand it over or we ask for help. Now, this is not saying hand it over and don't do anything. This is saying ask. It may feel like a bit much for you, so ask for his help. He will give it to you. Now, how he expresses his assistance, his will and strength, for our will and strength, is sometimes not what we are expecting, because sometimes it takes strength to be still. However, this tends to be a bit more forward moving, a little bit more active. Okay, it's much more active. Okay, Justice. Yeah. If there is something going on around you, a court case or a legal issue or something like that, call on him for justice to prevail, to help you with justice prevailing. Make sure you are being just and reasonable about it and see where all of that is. But justice, okay? It's a good, strong indicator of that, to have some faith in that. He is, and he will help us. He will help us rise above and carry through whatever kind of situation we find ourselves in or we have set for ourselves. His energy enables us to burst the bonds of an outgrown way of being and move on to the next level. It is time to take action based on clear spiritual will. Okay, so this is spiritual in nature as well. It's about, inner stuff more than external, but they are obviously connected. His presence indicates that great strength and great potential for good is there. If we will just ask him, we will receive his help. And people are like, oh, how do I ask? How do I ask my angels for help? Or how do I ask, give the fiery sword for help? Do I need to, do a ritual? You can take a few breaths. You can go into meditation. You can go into deeper prayer, but you can also go, I need your help. Hey, he of the fiery sword. You can call him fiery sword for short. Or however he manifests or presents in your own tradition. Hey, Bear. Hey, Michael. I need your help. Thank you for being here for me. Let's go. Okay? Now, a question that's sometimes prompted when he shows up is, how can I free strength and will in my life and allow the vital force to flow through? Okay? Because sometimes we get depleted, and either through not sleeping, there's a lot going on in all the realms right now. So a lot of people are finding their dreams are extremely vivid when they're sleeping. I certainly am having that experience myself. And so we need to still find that strength and that will to keep going. And how do we allow the that vital force? How do you connect with that? So make sure you're eating well. Make sure you're getting outside. I know I sound like a broken record about this sometimes, but we are, as humans and friends of the fairy folk, we need that natural energy. We really do. Is there anything else that you want to say today? Okay, he's also showing me at the base here, it you can kind of see a butterfly or a moth. Now, moths sometimes get drawn to a flame, sometimes that sizzles them up, so make sure that you are not taking on too much. Saying no is important too. So that would be the moth side of it, but the butterfly side of it is transformation. And as we all know, butterflies, they start off as caterpillars and they go into their cocoon, turn to goo, and then reassemble themselves as butterflies and break out of their cocoon. So even if you're feeling like goo right now, recognize that you can come out the other side. Okay? And don't try to do it yourself. Ask for help. Okay, anything else? There's great love around for you guys. Sometimes we aren't aware of how much love there is. It's there. It's there. Yeah, I know. I had a beautiful message from one of you wonderful viewers, and I may post it because it was just, it really touched my heart and made me recognize that, you guys like this Fairy Friday messages, and they're important because it's not me, it's coming through me, right? I'm the messenger, not the message. Um, I think that's it for Fairy Friday. Was there anything else? Oh, I did want to tell you that next Saturday, November 28th, between 1 and 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Spiritual Niagara is hosting Women of Wisdom 2020. I'm very honored to have been asked to be one of the Women of Wisdom this year. And the others are Liz Throp, my partner in Psychic Kids United, Laurie Brandt, Charlene Hancock, and Janice Anderson, all really interesting women with great topics. Tickets are only $20. It's a virtual workshop. There will be question and answer time, and half of the proceeds are going to the women's thing. So it's really a great cause as well. You're helping yourself, and you're also supporting a great cause. Thank you so much for tuning in to Fairy Friday. I wish you a wonderful weekend and week, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.